Kaleidostone. Obviously, we're not going to take the 1/1 guys and take Kaleidostone. Too many things to do in turn 2. The Cuddle Savage is pretty weak unless you're playing against Esper. Beacon Behemoth is solid enough against everyone. Could splash into blue for the Cormorants, but the Meditant's fine. And we're already kind of leaning towards red splash, and the Cormorants isn't a reason to switch. Big lag period here. So far my curve looks pretty good. I'd like some 3-drop creatures. But a lot of 2-drops already. I have a 1-drop. I would have liked to get more, but at this point there's nothing else to really expect to get. Which makes the border posts better. And here there's really nothing for us. If we wound up getting some bombs or something, we might play more of a red splash, and then the Outlander might be more reasonable. So go ahead and take him. Other people having a lot of 2-drops isn't good for us either, so might as well get rid of it. Here we have a similar crummy pack. Flesh Former we're not worried about, because if a 5-color deck, if we're playing against 5-color, we're good anyway. Counter Squall could be annoying. They counter our Excommunicate or one of our pump spells or something. And here's just a bunch of junk. Constricting Tendrils could allow like their Death Touch guy to kill our guy without trading, so we'll take that. Minotaur if we're short on playables. Doesn't look like we will be, though I'm not really happy about the quality of the cards we have so far. It's been pretty weak, but that's to be expected. There's a lot of Naya players in this Swiss drafts. I like the Swiss because I get all my playtime out of it, and I don't get really as frustrated. And you get the 12 packs given out instead of 11 for 4-3-2-2, and I'm not good enough for 8-4, at least I don't think so. Here we've got a pretty crummy opening pack. Falcon, Sigil Captain. I could take the Spellbreaker and go into red a little more, but he's a 4 for a 5/5. His main purpose is to come out like on turn 4 and just to be too big for them to stop, but he's not enough of a bomb to make us want to push more into red-green, so go ahead and take one of the green-white guys. We have a few 1/1s, but the captain will probably come back, so we'll take the Messenger Falcon, who's fine. It's another evasion guy. Here we have another horrible pack. Basically nothing for us. This one's even worse. Kind of sucks. That's one bad thing about playing 2 colors is you get to this 3rd pack and a lot of times you just whiff the opens. They open all color combinations you can't play. So I could take the Backlash, splash more into red, which in retrospect probably is what I should have done. But I went with the Sojourners, figuring I'll pick up the 3/3 dude. I can make an instant 3/3, cycle a card. Here's another pretty bad pack. No real choice to make here. Just take the border posts, pass on the goods. Here we've got an Enlisted Worm, which kind of tells us that we were right about the people on our right. That green-white is pretty open. So that's nice. Not that he's as good in this archetype as he is in the red, green, white. And here we can take another border post or take the trace. Got a lot of things to do on turn 2. Maybe the border post would have been better, but the trace is a red permanent for Cliffrunner and allows us to produce red to play some of our abilities. And here's the kind of thing we really wanted, just Bant Sureblade. It's an auto pick. I'm just kind of looking at the number of playables in there. Would have been nice to have those spread out in some of the first few packs. But Sureblade's always really good. Definitely good to get it that late. Here we get a Pride Mage. Nothing else to really think about. Pride Mage fits perfectly into the plan, and it gives us main deck sideboard, or a main deck solution to artifacts, enchantments. Trades against Esper really badly for them. And we're winding up with a lot of Exalted, which is fine. Just helps punch through later in the match. And here we don't have a lot of choices, but the Deadshot Minotaur cycles for green, and it can be a blowout when you have a target for it, and which is pretty often. Takes out that Esperzoa or any number of things, Talon Trooper, Haven Trailblazer, whatever. And yeah, the Sigil Captain came back because he's not that good. But we have a number like 4 guys we'll probably play that he works with, and he's 4 for a 3/3, which is not horrible. He's certainly not going to be one of our better cards, but he'll probably make the cut with what we've got. Be nice to get him in like a Naya deck with Goblin Assault. 3/3 haste Goblin every turn. That would work for me. And here's some pretty bad cards. Nothing for us. Flurry of Wings works with Sigil Captain, so we'll switch into blue. No. We'll rare draft here. Just take the Cloven Casting. The red's going to give us more advantages than any last pick banned cards we can get. Thing we don't want people to have. Monstrous Carabid could stop us. No reason to. That's probably the best card. Would have liked some more pump out of this draft, but, you know, can't get a perfect deck every time. This is going to be relatively mediocre, but did get through the draft, only having to play basically 2 colors, which is just going to win some games just because it's going to be faster than other people. We have enough creatures to play a heavy creature count, and that's always good. Playing a low creature count, you'll get draws where you're just not aggressive because you have 2 or 3 effects and 1 creature. It's just not enough. So, like 16, 17 creatures is nice. Especially when they're not your land cycler creatures. Or your mana accelerator. So just grabbing everything here that I may play. Probably going to be pretty close to playables in the 2 colors. Probably won't have to make too many decisions here. The nice thing about a 3-color deck is you get a lot more flexibility in the deck construction phase. And 3 colors is fine. I like the 3-color solid decks. You get a lot of choices, especially in the last pack. And you can, if you get a few mana fixers, you're okay. But they usually can't be as aggressive as this kind of thing. So here we're at 26. We want to take out, let's see, 2 cards. I'm going to play a 16 mana land count because